Just saying, don't mind me. I was just, in the kitchen drinking my juice and eating a sandwich. So just so y'all know that now. That's why there's light like this better than other lights in general. So in this video will be my talk about the recent passing of Cameron Boyce. Um, Before I get into details, I just want to let you guys know that this will kind of get me emotional again because I tried to make this video multiple times, but I just kept on failing because I keep on crying because Cameron Boyce was like was my last legend that I had, and him passing was one of the hardest for me, especially since he was 20 and he was a childhood actor that I basically grew up watching. Let me just say that my legends that I had in total were the greatest people. Some people might be thinking, well, who are they? Why they're really important? Um, they are really important because they made history. I mean, they brought history to life. Like, first one, like these two, Lil Peep and XXX. Those two were my legends in the beginning, and when they passed away, that took me a month to get over because finding out that they passed away was the hardest thing because I was suffering. I mean, I was just going home one day from school and me finding out that Lil Peep died. I was hard. I was like, "Are you serious? This is not a joke. This has to be a joke." Did research, I know it's not a joke. For X, I was out of school and um, people were nonstop talking about X, and I was with my ex that time last year, and she never told me about it, but I see everyone's stories about it or anything about Long Live X. I'm like, what are they talking about? Found out that X was assassinated, and I broke down into tears, and I yelled at my girlfriend, saying, "Well, X." Well, not technically yell, but like text, and I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me that X died?" She's like, "Don't you like?" Well, I didn't know. Well, okay, like that was a lie. She didn't know. She just never told me. That's what she always lied to me. I'm just saying. My third legend was my grandfather, um, grandpa, William Poach Gallagher. He definitely served. He served in World War II as a Navy soldier, and you might be thinking, why do you consider your grandfather as a legend? Well, the thing is, I always want to follow my path in my future. I mean, my family has a history. I mean, I have many siblings from different last names. Well, two of same last name, but one, different. And I always wanted to know about my life. And me finding out that my two grandfathers were in the military, I kind of felt that path. But then when I found out my one grandfather, who was my legend, passed away, I, literally decided right from there I would be doing a military camp, a military force, where all through high school I would be doing ROTC, which is drill team, or different teams, to honor him. And I've been saying this nonstop to my family, and they've been impressed. They have seen me gone from a girl who wanted to be a dancer to a girl wanted to be a writer to a teacher to a military person, aka a veteran or a soldier. Just seeing that time lapse of me changing has been amazing. Me wanting to be a teacher growing up and also a dancer was one of my passions. But then when my grandfather passed away, which I still today miss him, even though he passed away last year, I still want to take that chance to be a soldier to honor him. And if he was still alive today, he would be really grateful to see me following his footprints or footprints, I guess you can say. I don't know. My next legend, of course, you all might know, and that is Stan Lee. Stan Lee wasn't really considered my legend in the beginning until I became a Marvel's fan, which is in 2013 when I got into Marvel, aka Avengers, most likely, and I was really into, and I would love Stan Lee. I would always want to meet him one day and have a picture with him, be like, "Hey, what's up, Stan Lee? How you doing, mate?" I love Stan Lee, and when I found out he passed away, I took it the hardest, and I was crying nonstop because, like, he made such great things in life. I mean, he made Marvel, basically. And I know people think he didn't exactly make Marvel, someone else did also, but it's not the same. I mean, have you seen, like, how many things had happened, especially where they talked about in Spider-Man, like they talk about Stanley, like people talk about Stanley still today, like people who watches the movies think, oh, who made this? And someone says the legend himself, Stan Lee. People might not say that, but I know some people would, like my family. If one of my brothers say it, then that's something to honest respect, you know. My last and final legend was definitely the hardest to take, and that was Cameron Boyce. I grew up knowing Cameron Boyce from Jesse and also Descendants. Basically, those two, one movie, one show. I loved him. I mean, him coming from Luke was one of the best thing I ever experienced. Him, like seeing Debbie, like a Jesse, like flirtation her, and I was like, Luke, you're never gonna get her, and I was right. He would never get her. It was so weird because we got that dorky, weirdo Luke to the legend who has changed everything. I mean, I personally had no clue who he was until season 2 of Jesse came out, where I started watching it and I was like, this kid's kind of cool. I like this guy. Then later on, I kind of looked up to him and I was like, one day I wish I could meet him. And that day would never come, but I would always be loving that if I ever met him, because if I did, I would tell him that he had helped me through the darkest times, even though he did not know that. Jesse was the show where I actually felt better myself. I mean, I suffer from depression, and that show brought me to laughter because of Cameron Boyce. And there's no one can replace Cameron Boyce. I mean, no one can play better Carlos than him in Descendants. Someone can play anyone better than him, and it's hard because it's hard to find out that your last legend or a legend or a child actor passing, like, you think that's a joke. Because I woke up yesterday when I found out, I got a text from my friend saying Cameron Boyce died. I'm like, no, he didn't. I didn't say that. I didn't say no, he didn't. I just went to do research and I literally break down into tears. I was literally suffering. I was like, what? No, this cannot happen. And I was like suffering so much. I was like, this cannot happen. Cameron Boyce is no. And I was seriously just hurt, and I didn't even want to talk. I just didn't talk. I just started crying, and I just looked at I just decided to just make an edit, and I literally posted it on Instagram, my story, saying, I don't know if I want to post this edit I'm making on Instagram or not. But later on, I decided to make the edit and post it on Instagram. And the amount of support from people going from the hated featured of finding out a child actor passed to a supporting family, fans, like, it's just lost into words how I found out when Cameron died. I used to say this, many people don't work hard, stress less, because if you work hard, you get stressed, you get stressed, then it can mild, severe, and then comes heart attack or heart problems where you suffer from a lot and then you have to be medical. That's personally what I think that's what Cameron had passed away from, because I know he died in his sleep from the seizure, but I mean, that's what kind of an ongoing condition he had, because we don't know yet. But that's what I'm thinking, because I mean, Cameron came from a really good life. I mean, he would make fans happy. I mean, he's an ongoing star who had more years left to live. He had no right to die at this young age, at 20. I mean, I was speechless. I didn't know he was 20. I thought he was 19. Like, and what hurts the most is that the kid that he grew up with, and Jesse, if you guys know the show, Ravi, aka Kevin Barr, not Kevin Barr, Karen Barr. I love that guy. I'm like, he's one of my favorites, and I don't know if he reacted to it yet. I just haven't checked, but recently they just moved in together, and he could take it hardest because he grew up with that kid, Cameron, and gone from best friend to, stranger, acquaintance, friend, good friend, best friend, close best friend, to family, to then lost. And to be honest, this video is gonna be a little long, and I apologize. I just had to pour out how I feel. Me finding out about Cameron Boyce was literally the hardest. I mean, like, when I saw the announcement that Debbie Ryan, about her, that rumors speculated that she had a heart attack, to be honest, I didn't really care. No offense. I mean, if you're a Debbie fan, I apologize. But I didn't really care much about Demi growing up. I didn't really like her character, Jessie. I mean, Jessie was really fun to watch, but, like, I didn't like her character much. I just personally never liked Demi Ryan, especially that she's with Josh Dunn, which I never really liked. I mean, Josh deserves better, but they're now engaged, which makes me really happy because Josh deserves happiness, and he is happy with Demi, and soon she'll be done, which is crazy because it's crazy. Like, you've gone from Debbie Ryan growing up to Debbie Dunn. Like, that's crazy. And just saying that for him, Debbie Dunn, sounds so weird saying that. It's hard. Like, life is just hard to manage. That's why I usually say this, and that is, love people who you are. Love people who's there for now, because the next day you won't see them, probably. I mean, my last words to my grandfather right before he passed away, or right before I last saw him, was on Thanksgiving. It was in 2017. And I told him this: I love you, Pop Pop, and I can't wait to see you again. I will miss you. And ever since that day, I had not seen him again. And I was supposed to see him last year, 2 days before his passing. And me finding out that he passed away on Saturday, me finding out on Sunday, took the hardest. I cry every single day, most likely, because on my grandfather, I was seriously really close with him. Like, my family knows that. Like, my family knows how close I was to him more than my rest of my family, because he was there for me. I mean, when I'm on breakdowns, when I'm depressed, he was literally the one who made me happy. I mean, he saw the real me that not everyone saw me about, and most people will think it's fine, it's gonna take some time. Like, when I learned about Maya Angelou, how she kept silent, I did that for a while. From teachers to students to friends to anyone, and it was one of the hardest things I ever have done. And I kept silent for a day, and then the next day, I just told 2 teachers of mine, and I just said, my grandfather passed away, and I won't be in school for a while because of the funeral and stuff. But yeah, and of course, they understood. I mean, when I found out that my grandfather died, it took me the hardest, and still today it does. I have breakdowns more frequently because I think about him, especially the happy moments I have with him, and it's just hard. I mean, life is pain, but we manage to live. About Cameron Boyce, I don't know how to explain this, but I'm really grateful that he had the best 20 years of his life. I mean, yes, he's no longer here, but he had the best life. I mean, I don't want to be mean to this part, but for people who are making jokes about it, and also putting ads on their videos saying Cameron Boyce had died, here's a reactions, ad. Like, don't do that. The ads are not appreciated, plus making jokes. What is wrong with you? If there's thumbs up in this video, thumbs down in this video because I'm talking about Cameron Boyce, then leave. Like, no hate to Cameron Boyce. Yes, he passed away, but he doesn't deserve the hate. I mean, Cameron Boyce was just a wonderful guy. I don't understand why people will make jokes about him and, judge him for who he is. It's just hurtful. It's just, I don't know. long live legend Cameron Boyce, you know? It's just gonna be hard for losing my last legend. I, I, I just can't believe, like, all my legends have passed away, and I wasn't expecting Cameron to be the last. I thought Cameron's gonna probably pass in his 40s or 50s or something, not this early. And it's so sad. I mean, Cameron Boyce is such a wonderful guy, and I don't know, it just hurts me a lot. I'm glad I don't have YouTube money, which I'm grateful for, because I don't like being paid. No offense to YouTube, I just don't like doing that. And if I did, I would literally take off the ads, because this video is not meant for ads. Like, none of people who are talking about Cameron Boyce, I mean, doing reactions or talking about him, that I can understand those ads. I can understand, and that ads are to his family and friends due to his difficult loss. But I don't think it should be in every time. Watch what I'm talking about. Hey guys, welcome to a new ad, to a new video. In this video, we're talking about Cameron Boyce. Ad, a minute later, ad. Like, no. Like, I'm finding that the ads in one place, and then in the middle, then at the very end. Like, that's fine. I mean, that's normal. I mean, yeah. I just don't think it's right to have ads everywhere you go, like every video. It's just wrong, and it's like a wasteful time, you know? I cannot believe I survived this. What I mean by that, I mean this video without trying to cry again, like I said. That's all I have to say for now. I mean, I'm gonna be not posting much, so I'm just gonna talk about my channel real fast, just so you guys know this. I'm gonna be taking a small break on here on YouTube by uploading due to difficult loss of Cameron Boyce. I just don't feel the right to post for a while, but I will be posting again very soon, probably on my birthday. I don't know, but that's all I have to say, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love to his family and friends. I'm very sorry for the difficult loss, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. And sorry that it's the longest video I really basically upload. Kind of like, I apologize. I just had to speak up, you know? It's been bothering me nonstop. I woke up into tears. I didn't even go till 6:13 in the morning, because I was really upset. I cried at 4:30 in the morning, and then at 5 o'clock, I stopped crying. I just miss Cameron Boyce a lot. It's just too soon. It's just, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thinking about this video. I mean, and the passing of Cameron Boyce. Let me know. I mean, you have the right word to speak. If it's hate, then don't start it. Long live legend Cameron. You know, it sucks to see that he's gone now. So yeah. I will see you guys later. So yeah, subscribe to if you're new, and share this video to people that deserves to know, and stuff like that. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.